And good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Friday, the 17th of March. Well, it's a very, very wonderful day out here in Brisbane, 28 degrees. I'm loving it, yes, 28 degrees and mostly sunny in Brisbane. Well, today, a slightly different mode. So what we have is we have three interviews leading into the weekend. One is with the famous Sukhwinder Singh, who is performing tonight. So he'll talk to us about that. Then we have Swami Atmesh Anandaji from Vedanta Center of Brisbane, Brisbane chapter of Vedanta, Sydney. And he will be talking about the Harmony Day. And I'll tell you what, a lot is needed to be done in that space of harmony. And then we have Ashish Dhul from DJJS, who will be talking about the Bharatiya Navvarsh function that's happening there as well. But first of all, let's get a little bit of news update. Well, you have all heard about that big cyber attack on Latitude Financial. How does it affect many people? If you were ever a customer of that, you would have received an email saying that they have been attacked and that the privacy might have been compromised.
Basically, anytime your identity is stolen, there is a lot at stake because you have to prove your identity to get many services, to open your bank accounts or whatever it is. So if your, say, driver's license has been leaked, that means they already have a piece of information. If you're putting your date of birth on your social media profile, and name and address is easy to figure out from various sources, they can construct your complete profile and access many services in your name.
Security was supposed to be bolstered, beefed up after the Optus and Medibank situations, but how is this still happening?
Well, first of all, we have to understand that technological advances are rapid. We are relying a lot on outsourcing services, for example. And so end-to-end service provided by any of these businesses use multiple vendors. And in this case, as we've heard, that the entry was made through some third-party vendor that they used, and finally they managed to get the password of Latitude and got into their servers to steal some of the information that we are hearing. So it's a complex problem, and how to really make sure that you have secure end-to-end sort of pipeline with supply chain of various vendors is tricky, and it's not going to go away very soon. So you will see attacks happening in future, and when you're saying beefing up security, like it's only a couple of months since the Medibank and Optus attack happened, so I don't think you can see any magical solution in 2 months.
Okay, and just really quickly, Sanjay, people watching at home, just give us a reminder of the things that they should be doing for good cyber health.
So as we see that our identities can be stolen, basically we got to be careful who we are sharing our identities with. We should ask questions as to do they need all the piece of information. In terms of personal hygiene, probably Australian Cybersecurity Centre has list of recommendations for individuals as well as for small businesses and large businesses. But simple things like make sure that you are doing transactions on the internet using HTTPS. If you don't see that lock sign, then be careful what you're doing. Use password managers. Don't try to share same password on different apps. It could be a little bit tricky initially to install and use strong passwords, but once you get hang of it on your phone or your laptops, then I guess it becomes easier to manage. Yeah. You don't have to memorize anything.
Well, I still can't get my head around, those passwords and the things. I do use a password manager, but, without that, I'd be lost because there's so many platforms, and there are many times that two-factor authentication and all the things. Then you get a text on your phone. This is just getting to be a nightmare, I'd say that. Well, right now, let's go to New South Wales and look at the temperatures and see what the temperatures are doing there. before we go into those three wonderful interviews for today leading into the weekend?
Well, it's certainly already starting to heat up here in Sydney. I'm not sure you can see behind me, but hundreds have already flocked to the beach here at Cronulla. It's quite a warm morning, if I do say so myself. I'd rather be in there than out here. But if you were in Sydney yesterday in the west, you would have felt the temperature really rise. It got to 38 degrees, and it does seem like there's not going to be much relief in sight until after the weekend is over. Now, across the state today, we're going to see temperatures exceed above 30 degrees, and that'll stay the same for the next 3 days. It does look like New South Wales is on track to be the hottest month on record this March. Now, it's not just New South Wales, it is actually right across the country. So in states like Queensland, Victoria and the Pilbara region in Western Australia are also expecting to see temperatures above the mid-30s over the next coming days. And Queensland in particular will be experiencing heatwave-like conditions. The mercury there will be getting to well above the mid-30s over the next 2 days, and that doesn't seem to be much reprieve until after early next week. So there is a concern there. Now, this hot weather couldn't come at a more just time, especially after the Bureau of Meteorology just announced the official end of the La Nina oscillation and a watch alert for El Nino, and certainly we're already feeling those warmer conditions right across the country already. Now, the Royal Surf Lifesaving Australia has already issued a warning for many people that may be thinking about flocking to beaches to get out of the hot weather. Make sure you swim in between the red and yellow flags, swim to the conditions and swim at patrolled beaches. It is a very similar message that we heard over most of the summer. Certainly couldn't come at a better time though, especially as Blake Johnston's about to attempt the world record for the longest surf here at Cronulla Beach. It's nice conditions, certainly a few waves out there.
Yeah, how's he going as far as you can see?
Well, I've been told by his wife Lauren that he's actually already broken the record. He's hit 500 waves. I think the current world record was 400 waves or something in the longest surf session, and he's already hit 500. And he's still going strong. Apparently, he's having a good time. He did tell me before he got into the water on Wednesday that it's all about mental preparation. So he's obviously been doing a lot of meditation in the water, been using that to sort of get him through the next couple of hours.
Okay, is he visible? Any chance of swinging the camera around to see Blake in action on the waves, or is he too far out, a bit too dark?
Would we be able to show Blake? I think he's just in that pile of surfers. There are a lot of people out here. I'm telling you now, there's hundreds gathered on the beach already. But just in the corner, he's got a blue surfboard.
Okay.
It's about a 5-foot surfboard, and so he's just in the corner. But it's not quite visible yet.
Yeah. Listen, we'll certainly be back to you when it is a bit more visible. Ari, thank you so much.
And just for your information, he has broken that record, and he is now, the record holder. So well done, and he has done very, very well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now, let's go to the news for today. First of all, we have Sukhwinder Singh, who is performing tonight. So let's see what his message is out to the public.
मेरा नाम सुखविंदर सिंह है। मैं आपका अपना और आपके दिलों के करीब आपके पास ऑस्ट्रेलिया में इस वक्त ब्रिस्बेन में हूँ, और मैं आपका कल बहुत बेसब्री से इंतज़ार करूँगा। 17th of March ब्रिस्बेन, और मेरे साथ इस वक्त हैं मनमोहन जी मेरे नाल ने। तुसी कुछ मेरी तारीफा जो कुछ कहना चाहते
हमारे लिए बहुत प्राउड की बात है कि हम पाजी के साथ काम कर रहे हैं, और इस साल का प्रेजेंटली जो सिचुएशन चल रही है, हमारा टूर गो हेड हो रहा है। पाजी ऑस्ट्रेलिया पहुंच चुके हैं और टिकटें बिक चुकी हैं, लोग आ रहे हैं। तो जिन्होंने नहीं ली फटाफट ले लो। तो कल से हमारा ब्रिस्बेन से शुरू होने वाला है दी जय हो टूर। 17th March ब्रिस्बेन एट स्लीमन स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स, 18th March Sydney at Hillsong Convention Centre, 24th of March Melbourne at Melbourne Convention Centre, 25th March Adelaide at Influencer Theatre.
और उस तो बाद भी डेट दस देनी सी, and the next show will be in Mumbai. So ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਸਾਡੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਾ। ਅਸੀਂ एक अजहे यात्री हैं जो जगह जगह जाते हैं, और बेसिक मोटिव हमारा होता है, जो हमारा टारगेट रहता है वो ये है कि लोगों का मनोरंजन करना. To entertain audience is our first priority, and I love to do some kind of experiments on a stage. I love to do lots of variations in the song. मुझे अच्छा लगता है कि मैं जितना कोशिश करके सबका मनोरंजन करूं, और इट्स एब्सोल्युटली लाइव कॉन्सर्ट. मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि आपके लिए मैं ढेर सारे आपकी पसंदीदा गाने गाऊं, और जिन्ना भी हो सके मैं थोड़ा की कहते अपना दिल जड़ा वा वो जितने की कोशिश करांगा. एंड आई एम श्योर अबाउट दिस. आई एम ब्लेस्ड to do something new on a stage all the time, and I love to do. And कल तो ये टूर शुरू हो रहा, यानी 17th of March from Brisbane. Our train will start towards to Sydney, to Melbourne, to Adelaide, then go back to Mumbai, and next time come back to Australia again. I'm really feeling very excited. मुझे बहुत एक खूबसूरत एहसास हो रहा है, बहुत फीलिंग अच्छी है. और हमने पूरे बैंड के साथ कुछ नया कुछ करने की कोशिश की है, और मुझे लगता है कि मैं बहुत बेसब्री से इंतज़ार कर रहा हूँ कि my name is going to announce, and when am I going to go on a stage. It's going to be fantastic moment for me, and I love to see everyone. मैं तानु सारे नु theatre च देखना पसंद करांगा. I know that you have many other important things to do, but फिर भी मेरी request है कि don't miss this, because every day it is not possible for us to come and be performing here. So do visit. This is my personal invitation for you all. Don't miss this.
So there you are, the first interview. That was Sukhwinder Singh, and his show is Jai Ho. So is tonight, that very famous song Jai Ho from Slumdog Millionaire, and all the others, Chal Chaiya Chaiya, and the many others that he has done. He's just made a name and fame for himself in Bollywood, and he will be performing tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now, moving on, let's go to the next interview for today, which is with Swami Atmeswarananda. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this very exciting segment today here on Australian Indian Radio. And today we have a very special guest with our studio, Swami Atmeswarananda ji. Swami ji, aapko namaskar.
Aapko bhi sabko namaskar.
So, Swamiji, we will conduct this interview in English for the benefit of the wider the community, wider listeners. And tell us about the upcoming Harmony Day celebration.
Thank you, Umeshi. The Vedanta Center is celebrating the Harmony Day, which is a part of the Harmony Week, which Australia follows. That is from the 15th of March to 21st of March, and we are holding this Harmony Day celebrations here at Vedanta Center. It is also coincidentally the 125th year of the Ramakrishna Mission. So we have the 125th anniversary of the Ramakrishna Mission as well, and that is why we are conducting it. Sri Ramakrishna was called as the prophet of harmony, and therefore it is appropriate that we celebrate this Harmony Day here.
And it is very, very befitting, as you have said, Swamiji, the coincidence, and talking about harmony, and as Swamiji was rightfully named, as the messenger of harmony. In today's day and age, in today's community and society, we see so many things that, there are difference of opinions, which is okay. But how important is Harmony Day, and bringing everyone together in a harmonious way?
The world has now shrunk from what it used to be in the past. It has now become, they used to say it is a global village several years ago. Now it is even smaller than a village. It is almost a family unit now with the communications and other methods that we have adopted. So whatever happens this moment, it will be broadcast at it, or it will be it will reach millions of people somewhere there in the United States or in South America or wherever it is. So that shows that we have shrunk, and as such, we also should realize that there is an underlying unity of the whole of humankind. Not only religions must be in harmony, all cultures and all peoples also must live in harmony. Harmony doesn't mean that there is no variety. There should be variety. Variety is the spice of life. And as much of variety is there, so much the better. But underlying all of that, there should be harmony. That is harmony about humanity. We are all human beings, and therefore we must have a harmony with each other. There must be also to be a lot of conflicts as well, because everybody thinks their watch alone gives the right time. That is not true. The sun alone gives the right time, or the atomic watch will give the right time. Therefore, we need to realize that there is a supreme intelligence or a supreme being who manages everything, who is the sole basis of all of humanity. And as such, this Harmony Day is very important, a day where we all come together, we all enjoy the presence of each other, forget our differences. Differences will be there and must be there, but all of that must be there, must be given away, and then come together in harmony.
And very rightfully said, Swamiji, that harmony means unity from within and from without as well. And of course, one of the great words you use there is within us, ourselves, all our the organs bodily, and also the community at large as well, within the community as well. And I think now more than ever, the need for this day is very, very important. Now, getting back to the function, the event. So, could you please tell us about what's going to happen on the day? What can people expect at this Harmony Day at Vedanta Center?
On this day, we have an exciting program from morning 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We will feature live music, artisan stalls, cultural performances, the demonstration of cooking, free workshops, etc. There will be free workshops, yoga workshop by Craig Smith. He is a wonderful yoga teacher, very well-known yoga teacher. The lady is Sandhya Parapukaran, who is a renowned children's author, who will conduct a storytelling workshop for children. And then there is Pauline Modi and Paddy McHugh, who will greet us with wonderful music. And also there is a drumming workshop by Suf Baras, a famous drummer. And there will be lots of market stalls selling artisan wares, ceramics, footwear, homeware, jewelry, fashion, etc. And also there will be some information booths about, for example, dementia. Australia will put up a stall and will educate us about how to deal with dementia, or what are the facilities that the government has for the elderly people who are suffering from dementia, etc. So it is a fun-filled day. Children will enjoy a petting zoo over here. Some animals will be brought, as well as lions will be putting up an AFL workshop over here, teaching children how to play the footy, and so on and so forth. There are plenty of exciting programs. overall there will be a wonderful food entertainment to everybody. There is a food stall that the Ma Sharada's Kitchen here will put up, and very tasty food will be available. And after that, there will be a panel discussion on the subject of harmony by several people of renown, like the mayor of Ipswich, and then our local MP, and then the councillor, one of the federal senators, Paul Scar, and our local MP, Shane Newman. All of these people will be there, who will be talking about the subject of harmony and how, as a society, we can move onward and forward, respecting the harmony, or keeping the idea of harmony behind all of our activities.
And thank you very much, Swamiji, for that very detailed information about what's going to be happening on the day. And we can see that, some of the very, very popular the politicians within the Indian community, like Shane Newman and Paul Scar, they're all coming for the panel discussion. So that's wonderful. And of course, there's so many activities that have been planned throughout the day. So that is once again such a good gesture to see. Now, just before we close, if people want to come, is there our entry fee, or how do people come, and is it open to everyone?
This event is entry free, and anybody can come, and we encourage everyone, or rather we welcome everyone to come and participate in it. We have a lot of car parking facilities within our ashram area, and the entry is free. Only if you may have to purchase the food, which is it's a very reasonable price that we have kept here. But otherwise, all the workshops and all other entertainments are all free. So we urge all the families, especially those with children and youth, to come and participate in this wonderful day, wherein you will learn a lot, go back enriched by the experience that you will have over here.
And thank you very much, Swamiji, for that. So ladies and gentlemen, if you notice the scrolling screen at the bottom, there's the address that you will need to put in your GPS if you're coming there for the first time. And at the end of this show, you can see this flyer. The flyer has all the details. You can also get onto our website, the Brisbane Indian Times and Australian Indian Radio Facebook page as well, and all the details of how to get there, the location as well, which is the Vedanta Center in Springfields. So we're looking forward to welcoming everyone on the day. It's going to be a very inclusive day in a very harmonious manner, and without any fee for entry, and everyone is welcome. Once again, Swamiji, thank you so much for sharing this valuable information with us.
Thank you, Umeshji. Thanks to all the viewers and also to the listeners. Thank you. Namaskar.
That was the interview with Swami Atmas Anandaji from the Vedanta Center, the Brisbane chapter of the Sydney Vedanta Center. Well, that is something that's happening tomorrow from 10 till 2, and what's happening after 2, we'll find out in this interview. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to this very special segment. And once again today, in this Community Connect section, we are going to be talking about the upcoming Bharatiya Nav Vars Utsav. And to talk about that, we have the representative from DJJS, which is Divya Jyoti Jagriti Sansthan. We have Ashish with us once again. Ashish, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Meshi, for having me here.
And thank you so much for coming out today and talking about Bharatiya Navvars 2023. So first of all, just for the benefit of our listeners, Bharatiya Navvars, which means Bharatiya or Hindu New Year, why is it different from the mainstream New Year? Its significance and relevance, please.
As we know, like in different parts, we follow different calendars. But yeah, the Gregorian calendar is followed around the world. But what's different with the Indian calendar and why do we celebrate Indian New Year is because of the calculations, because the Indian calendar is formed keeping the sun and the moon's position in mind. So it's called the lunar calendar, and keeping both those positions in mind, we form these dates and these months, and depending on those months, it is during the second half of March or the first week of April that we have this Indian New Year. And the reason why we take into account the positions of these planets and the sun and moon, because it affects the vibrations around us. So it's very important to just be aligned to the nature and the occurrences in the nature and around our planet, and then keeping those in mind, celebrating these occasions and these special moments when the environment around us also supports us with those positive vibrations for everyone around the community.
So that is very, very important that it's been followed. Now, of course, we know that in the Hindu way, it's Bikram Samvat, and I think this year would be 2020, if I'm not mistaken. So how is that calculated?
So the Vikram Samvat, as Umeshji said, is the Vikram Samvat. It will be 2080 this year, and that's calculated, as I told, on the basis of the position of the sun and moon. And then this is Chaitra Baisakh, which is the month, and the 14th of this month, as per the Indian calendar, is the new year, and so it falls on the 18th March of the Gregorian calendar. So this is how these calculations are made. So yeah, mathematically speaking, it's very complex. But yeah, just knowing the overview, it's the first day of the Chaitra month, and that is when we celebrate the Indian New Year.
And very well said. And of course, it is very, very accurate as well. When we look at these calculations which have been done, so long ago, and all the learned rishis and munis at those times did these calculations, and based upon that, the movement of the planets, and based on that, Bikram Samvat. So this calendar, we can say with conviction is that it's very, very accurate. Okay, getting back to the Bharatiya Navvars Utsav. I know we've been doing that for last few years, and it's been wonderful to see it grow from the humble beginnings to where it is growing. So let's talk about the actual event this year, where it's taking place and what shape it will be taking.
This year the different part would be that I think for last 3 or 4 years we have been doing this event in King George Square, CBD. But this year it'll be in the Circle Robel Domain Park, which is in Springfield Central, and it's a beautiful venue. I think it's a lovely venue to hold such an event, and everyone who'll come there you would know and would have the same opinion about that venue. So this year the main highlight of the event would be the Ram Leela, or the play on Lord Rama's life. And we have some 7 or 8 different excerpts from the entire Ramayana, and it would be lovely to have, because people like from India, from the Indian community, they know how fun and how enjoyable, or how learning that experience of attending a Ram Leela has been for people in India, and this event would give some sort of a same experience to all. And apart from that, there'll be cultural performances by kids and other people like Indian folk, Bhangra. So it'll be all fun and learning for everyone. We also do have food stalls because I think the Indian events without food would be incomplete. So there'll be delicious Indian curries and Indian street food. And there'll be stalls for kids as well, because the kids who are there can spend a good time and let their parents also enjoy the event. So there'll be activity stalls for kids as well, who all are there. They can have a good time there. So this is just like the overview of the event.
And it's a full festival by the looks of it. Yes, and Robail Domain, it's a venue that actually calls for that. It's a beautiful stage and a beautiful environment there in the beautiful pristine parklands, and it is a quite open space, lots of space, so it's not going to be congested. Good place to move around. Now, we were talking about Ram Leela. I could not help but remember, during Dasera in our college days in Chandigarh, we used to look forward to the Ram Leela that was being staged on many stages. And so, it will be reliving those kind of memories. And as you have mentioned that within our Indian community, the love, the plays and the drama, and especially Ram Leela, everyone would really, really love that. So, and I know that Divya Jyoti Jagriti Sansthan always is very sensitive to the right issues. So, the right aspects, the accepts will be played and will be reenacted on the stage. So that will be wonderful. Now, for people, if they want to come in, and as per all previous years, what are the entry requirements and who is welcome?
Oh yeah, so everyone, irrespective of their cultural background or their age, everyone is welcomed, because there will be something for everyone, as I told prior. And there are no entry fees, so everything is free of charge. No charges for entry. Only when you're there and you're purchasing anything, any food item from the food stalls, apart from that nothing will be paid. You can enjoy the event, and it'll start from 2:30 and then go on up till 6:30, keeping the community around in the noise levels. So we have kept this time, so it'll be a lovely venue. The weather forecast is also good, so no rains for now, and it'll be lovely, pleasant weather and a perfect place to enjoy such an event.
And yes, whenever there is an outdoor event, we always have to be mindful of the weather, and God permitting, with the divine grace of Maharaji, I think, we will be graced with a very good weather in Robail Domain. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, it was going to be a wonderful event celebrating Indian New Year celebrations. I know we have just completed the Chinese New Year, or the new Lunar New Year, as we know, different celebrations which went on throughout almost a month. So now this is the time to celebrate the Bharatiya Navvars Utsav, which is the Indian New Year celebrations. Come and celebrate in a joint manner, in a united manner, open for all, free for all. There's no entry fee. Of course, the stalls will be there, so if you purchase anything, that's all you'll have to be paying at the stall. So in conclusion, Ashish, is there anything you'd like to add for our listeners and viewers?
Oh yeah, it's just that in the end, I would like to thank my master, my Gurudev, Shri Ashutosh Maharaji, because it is under his guidance that Divya Jyoti Jagriti Sansthan has been steadfast on this path. And we just want to take the spirituality, the practical spirituality and the true essence of being an Indian to the Indian community out here in Brisbane, because DJJS has been very active in Australia for last somewhat 10 to 12 years now, and we have been doing events in different states, namely Adelaide, Perth, Sydney or Melbourne. So, but we, the community in Brisbane, the Indian community, and also the other community in Brisbane is lucky to have Bharatiya Navvars every year in Brisbane. So I would welcome you all there at the Circle Robail Domain Park, starting from 2 p.m. So the more attendance we have at the start, it's better, so we can start off the event at time and then finish it at time. So just would love to have you all and enjoy the event.
And thank you very much for all that information and for all that you do and all the team of the Divya Jyoti Jagriti Sanskar in furthering the objectives of the Hindu culture and religion and taking that message out to the wider communities, showing that we are all one, the inclusiveness and the harmony that this will promote. Even at this point in time, rather than any time, it is much needed that we show our unity and harmony in promoting this. So this is open to everyone. Come and enjoy the joyous Bharatiya Navvarsh Utsav 2023. Thank you very much for coming in and sharing that information with all our viewers and listeners.
So much, Umesh ji, for having me here to make the community know about this event and invite them all.
So there you are, ladies and gentlemen, up to date. And today, the three big interviews. And see, this is what Australian Indian Radio is about, being out in the community and making you aware of everything that's happening out in the community, the major events. And we will try and bring as many interviews as possible to keep you up to date. Well, until tomorrow, until Monday, definitely, because tomorrow is a very, very big day with so many things happening out there. So tomorrow there will be no show, but we will be back on Monday. So until Monday, it's goodbye from us.